It's time for Success in Real Estate with Frankie Griffin, owner and broker in charge of the Palmetto Success Team, certified residential specialist, accredited buyer representative, military relocation professional, real estate appraiser, and author of Success in Real Estate. If you are interested in buying or selling a home, investing in real estate, or having your home appraised, you will enjoy Success in Real Estate. Now, here's Frankie Griffin.
All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin, broker in charge and appraiser here in South Carolina. And we love to talk everything real estate. That's what I love to do. Been doing it for quite a while now. And we want to help you if you're looking at buying or selling a house, or if you want to start investing in real estate. And I am going to be talking a little bit about investing today. But I'm going to be starting out with just looking at some predictions for 2017. What does next year hold for the real estate market? And we're going to kind of look at that, and I've got some statistics from Realtor.com and a couple other places. We're going to look at what buyers are looking for today, the designs, what they're expecting to see in a house nowadays, because these millennials are kind of changing the way we've been doing things a little bit in real estate. So anyway, got a lot of things we want to talk about, but most importantly, we want to make sure we help you. We want to answer any questions you have. If you have any comments, love to hear those. The number to call here in studio is 799-8255. Again, 799-8255. And before we get into that, I will remind everybody, of course, Carolina's Gamecocks are not playing football this weekend, but it's still Football Friday because Clemson is. In fact, they got the ACC championship game tomorrow night, I think it is, against Virginia Tech. So if you would like to take a shot at winning a free real estate class at the Real Estate School for Success, all you have to do is go to our Facebook page, again, Real Estate School for Success, and I've got you'll see a status up there right now where you can guess the Clemson Virginia Tech score, and if anybody guesses the exact score and picks the winner, then you get a free class, your choice, whatever that is you want. And if no one guesses the right score, the exact score, then whoever is the closest to the right score will actually get 50% off any real estate class they want. But again, just go on our Facebook page, Real Estate School for Success. Make sure you like us if you haven't already done that, because I keep saying, if you don't like us, we don't like you either. So we don't give discounts to those that don't like us. But you got to go ahead and post that score. Should be a good game. We'll see how that works out. My camera's all over the place now. But anyway, we're good. We're good. So let's go straight to our phone lines. And first up, we've got Ina, I think you did. How you doing this morning, Ina?
I'm all right. How are you?
Oh, this is such a fine day today. I was on the air earlier with Tazima. It don't get much better than that.
Okay.
What can we do for you today?
You were talking about investment. I'm getting involved in that as a licensee, and I've taken the first class. I wanted to know if the final sale class will be of any benefit before taking the test.
You say, will it be a benefit?
Should I wait to take the final sale before I take the test? Will it help?
Oh, absolutely. And make sure I understand what you're saying. You've already taken the first year sales, which is the pre-licensing course.
Right.
And then the state requires you to take a post-licensing course within a year of completing your first year class. And if I understand your question, you're asking, is it beneficial to go ahead and take the final sales like now before you go take the state exam?
Right.
And my answer is absolutely. It will help you there. It will a lot of things that we talk about in the final sales will be some of the same things in the first year sales, but a lot more in detail. And just gives you a more practical understanding of the information. So absolutely, it'll help you on that state exam. Highly recommend it.
Thank you. And I will be there with my son for the Saturday, Sunday class, if you save the spot for both of us.
I'm not sure I caught all that again. Are you wanting to take the final sales?
On the coming class that is supposed to be Saturdays and Sundays.
Right, on the weekends.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll see you there.
Well, awesome. Well, we look forward to seeing you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And, we obviously I also own the Real Estate School for Success. So if anybody's interested in getting the real estate license, we'd love to help you with that. You can certainly go to our website, and I think you'll find all our information there with prices, schedules, and so forth. Now, I will tell you, we're kind of wrapping things up for this year in terms of classes, because once we start getting towards Christmas, it's just really hard to schedule classes around Christmas. So we've got 2 or 3 classes going on right now that will finish up either next week or the following week. And then we'll have classes starting back up again on January the 2nd, which is a Monday. And love to have you, because, real estate is just, it's a really, I think, an awesome opportunity. If you're especially if you're looking for a career change right now, real estate is it. And in fact, we're going to talk about some of the predictions that they're calling for in the real estate market for 2017, which I'll just go ahead and tell you, I think looks pretty good. Looks really good. So I really think now's a really good time to be in real estate. But even if you're not even thinking about changing careers, you can still get your real estate license without quitting your current job and maybe do some real estate, on weekends and stuff like that. Now, I don't want you to believe that you're going to build a successful career in real estate part-time. I just don't think you can do that. But there's no reason you can't sell 8, 9, 10 houses or maybe more throughout the year and create significant income that will kind of boost, your current income. Obviously it's a good way to supplement what you've already got, but even if you're comfortable with the income you're making now, you can put this aside, put it in savings. I say this, the commission you make on real estate, maybe you can put aside towards college if you're going to have children going to college anytime soon. So, there's just a lot of benefits, I think, to having a license. And quite frankly, everybody knows somebody that's buying a house. And usually you'll know at least 5, 6, 7 people a year that either bought a house or sold a house or whatever. Well, if they're friends of yours, why don't you help them and get the commission? And, say you make, $4,000 on the commission and there was 5 houses there that you sold that year. Well, that's an extra $20,000. So a lot of benefits to getting your license. Love to help you with that. Got to take our first break, but give us a call. The number 799-8255. Be right back with Success in Real Estate.
Radio experience. This is The Point. 95.9 FM and 1470 AM.
And now, the Mortgage Update with Erica Hill West on Success in Real Estate.
Hi, good morning again. Welcome back to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin. It is time for our Mortgage Update with our mortgage go-to gal, Miss Erica Hill West. How are you doing this morning, Miss Erica?
I'm doing great. How are you, Frankie?
Well, this is a fine day today.
Of course it is.
You've got clients of mine you're working on, and they just already in love with Erica.
Oh, thank you.
I just love to hear
It's been a long time coming, right?
That's right. It's about time. Hey, we're talking this morning, or I'm going to be talking about we're predicting some things that's going to be happening in real estate for 2017. And I noticed one of the things Realtor.com is predicting is that interest rates will reach 4.5% next year.
I would agree.
So you like that number, or you think it could go higher?
Well, I don't like it. I just agree that that's where we're going.
Yeah. And, it means we're paying more interest, but it also means the economy is getting stronger. Or
appearing to be stronger.
This is true.
One of the two, right?
So there's always the pros and cons to everything, I guess. But
absolutely.
But it's certain. But still, 4.5%. It's not.
No, honestly, that's where they were about this time 2 years ago.
Well, and what are they roughly now?
Maybe about 4 and 8.
So we're up to 4% already.
Oh, yeah.
So, see?
That happened very quickly. And, we'll know a little bit more in a week or so when we see what the Feds are going to do with the rates. Because, honestly, this response of what has happened to interest rates over the last 2 or 3 weeks was in response to the election.
Mm-hmm.
So that really was market response. When we say the Feds are going to meet, that's when the rates are increased by the Federal Reserve. Those are two different things that can contribute to the increase in interest rates.
Well, it's still, of course, now we've gotten used to the 3%.
Mm-hmm.
And now anything that's over 3 or certainly 4%, now it's like, oh my goodness, the rates are so high.
But they're not.
Yeah, whatever.
It's perspective. I can remember doing mortgages for people at 6.25%, and we thought that was great.
Mm-hmm. So there's a good chance then, if you haven't refinanced, now you might have lost your shot at it right now.
I agree. I think that for a majority of homeowners who had not refinanced in the last 6 years and they were kind of wavering,
mm-hmm.
if you didn't, there's a good chance that you missed your opportunity.
Yeah. I don't know that we'll see them go back down that low again in our lifetime, but
I don't think so.
That's low. You know what? But we've had fun, and it's not the end of real estate. Certainly not the end of the world.
I think the most important thing for everybody to take from this is, regardless of who's president and what's going on with the economy, there's always going to be a need to buy and sell real estate, which means there's always going to be a need for the mortgage industry.
Yeah.
So that people just can't refuse to get a mortgage because they think the rate's too high. If you're wanting home ownership to be a part of your life, then you're going to be grateful for the opportunity to borrow money to purchase your own home.
Well, let's talk about that while I've got you, because one of the things I want to get into a little bit during the show it is the opportunity for investing in real estate. And,
mm-hmm.
if in fact, I got this question here in the last week. This is one of the reasons I want to talk about this. But they were questioning whether actually owning real estate was a way to build wealth. Because we always heard that the more real estate you have, the more wealth you have. But they were bringing out some points that were good points on why that may not be the case. But the question I've got, though, is if you look at the wealthiest people in the world, what do they all own a lot of? Real estate. So, I'm going to stick with that. I think real estate is certainly one of the best, if not the best investments you can make over the long haul.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. For a lot of reasons, and we may get into some of this later. But here's what I want to talk to you about while I've got you. If I'm wanting to get into maybe buying a fixer-upper and then flipping it, what kind of financing is available to help with stuff like that?
Well, you have a couple options. You can do a regular conventional loan should you have the cash to do the repairs yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Or there are a couple rehabilitation loans for investors that they are actually able to finance in whatever repairs they are wanting to make. The only caveat is that typically those rehabilitation products require that a licensed contractor do the work. And sometimes that's not what the investor wants to do, right? They want to do the repairs themselves because that increases revenue, right?
Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah.
But in the event that you don't have the cash to do the repairs yourself, there are products out there for investors that will allow you to finance and repairs to get the property up to what you want it to be in order to resell it and make a profit.
Right. But to use those products, you're saying you got to use a licensed contractor.
You do.
So about the only option, if you want to do any of it yourself, is a conventional?
Yep, and have the cash reserves yourself to do the repairs.
Well, it is what it is. But that kind of helps. The licensed contractors got to eat too. They
That's
need,
right. They do.
need work. Well,
that's right.
So that's good. And is there any requirement that you got to hold the house for any amount of time before you can flip it or sell it? Or
it depends on the financing of the prospective purchaser. So typically, if most people, when they flip a house, the people that are going to be looking at the property to purchase it are most likely going to use government financing, right? Like FHA. In that case, typically the owner has to have owned the house for 90 days.
Okay.
So 3 months.
And
now,
go ahead.
If it's from 90 to 120 days, so the owner has owned the house for 90 to 120 days, you will need 2 appraisals if the purchaser is using an FHA mortgage. But after 120 days, you're okay. We're in the clear.
And I'm just curious, and we've had to do this before, the 2 appraisals, but what's the reason for that?
Because the mortgage is being financed and guaranteed by a government program for the purchaser of the property, they want to, without a shadow of a doubt, prove that the purchaser is obtaining the property at fair market value based on what the owner of the property has put into the house.
Okay.
So that is the reason for the two appraisals, to make sure that we're actually the work that was done warrants what the house is being sold for.
Okay. Awesome. Well, we're going to be talking some more about the investing side of it a little bit later in the show. But is there anything else going on in finance that we need to know?
Not right now. I mean, maybe in the next week or two. But look, if you are curious as to what's going on, you can always check in on my Facebook page and kind of get the latest and the brightest news of what's going on in the mortgage and real estate industry.
Your Facebook page, and how do we find that? Where is it?
It is called The Mortgage Go-To Gal.
And we all know who that is.
Yes, sir.
And how can we get in touch with you?
You can reach me on my cell phone, which is 803-528-5019. You can email me at erica@lendingpathmortgage.com. Or you can go to my website, which is www.ericahillwest.com.
There you go. And I know you do an awesome job. And thank you so much for what you're doing. I hope you have a wonderful weekend.
You do the same, Frankie. Thanks so much.
Take care. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
All right. That was Erica West. And look, if you're going to be buying a house, or if you still want to look at the refinance thing, you need to at least talk to her. I tell you, she's just so incredible when it comes to the services she provides. She's right there all the time. She stays in touch. I mean, you just can't beat the services that she provides. And every client I've ever sent to her has been very, very happy. Never had anybody with any problems with Erica. And, I mean, that's just incredible. But anyway, if you couldn't write down her information, you can always go to my website, frankiegriffin.com. Again, frankiegriffin.com. You'll see a link there, Real Estate Partners, and just click on that link. And all of our people that we work with, that we trust, we refer a lot of business to, they all know and understand. I expect top-notch service, and at least whether this is true or not, and I know some will debate it, but the customer is always right, and I make sure they understand that. So, they all do an awesome job. But anyway, just click on Real Estate Partners. You'll see Erica West there with Lending Path Mortgage, all her contact information, phone number. It's right there. And I know you'll be very, very pleased, not only with her, but anybody else on that list. In fact, highly encourage, if you're ever looking for anybody to do anything for you, whether it be termites or bug or pest control or heating and air, you need a contractor, you need an attorney, you name it. It's right there. But obviously, we have to take our bottom of the hour break. Love to talk to you. The number 799-8255. Be right back with more Success in Real Estate. All right, good morning again. Welcome back to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin, broker in charge and appraiser. Love to help you. Want to hear from you if you have any questions or even just some comments about something you want to talk about or hear about. The number here in studio is 799-8255. Again, 799-8255. But I'm going to go ahead and start talking about or taking a look at what some of these predictions are. Now, these that I'm about to go over are from Realtor.com, the experts in real estate, apparently. But a few things that they're expecting in the new year. And one is they continue home prices to increase by 3.9%. So now that's actually a little bit less than what it was this past year. In fact, in 2016, it actually increased about 4.6%. So now it's down to 3.9%, but still an increase and a very good increase, it seems like to me. So again, home values are holding well, in fact, going up, and I don't see any reason for that to change, honestly. And then it also says existing home sales actually grew almost 2%, 1.9%. So, that's good. Now, again, that's what they're expecting for in the new year in 2017. Almost a 2% growth there. We do have a caller on the line, so let's go ahead and go straight to the phone call and talk to Larry. How you doing this morning, Larry?
I'm doing fine, sir. I forgot your name.
Frankie Griffin.
Frankie.
Yes, sir.
I want to ask you about reverse mortgage. Now, all the ads in the paper and TV make it sound like the best thing since sliced bread,
Yeah.
but Dave Ramsey says it's a bad idea. I'd like to get a second opinion. What do you say about that?
I will triply fall on the side of Dave Ramsey. I don't like them. I think that they're going to be one of the big reasons for an economic. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt the economy. I don't see anything good in it, to be honest with you. It's just one of these things. First of all, when they're promoting and advertise it where you can spend this money, it's money you can have and you never have to pay it back, that should be a little bit of an alarm in itself.
Yeah, but what if I pay it back?
Well, you can, but the reason most people get these mortgages is because they're having financial hardships now. They don't have money, and first of all, it's for senior citizens. I think you got to be 65 or older.
I qualify.
Okay. Well, and the reason they're doing this, look, there's a lot of reasons people use it, but the primary reason this product even came out is because you had people retiring, and they were still in debt, and they realized once they retired that they now have more money going out than they have coming in. The ends, we got to somehow make ends meet. So they came up with this reverse mortgage to try to help ends meet. So, and just throwing out a number for example, but say you're $500 short each month of paying your bills and getting by, then they would send you through getting one of these loans. They would give you or send you an annuity check, which comes straight out of the equity in your home. So you are going through your equity, and next thing, this is a very expensive loan.
Why is that?
Well, they just have some very high fees on. In fact, the commissions to the loan officer or whoever's making this loan are very high. So, it's just a very expensive loan. There are a lot of fees, and I have yet to talk to anybody. Now, there may be some people that like it, but I have yet to talk to anybody that got one and was glad they did after they had it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Well, the reason I was thinking about it was me and my wife are in pretty good shape. We have $500-600 left over at the end of every month, and the only thing we owe is a little bit on our Visa card, about $300.
Mm-hmm.
But we need a new car, and I was looking at the interest rate. There's no interest rate. But if you're talking about all these fees, I might as well buy a car with an interest rate.
Well, I don't like borrowing money to buy personal
Something that
property.
goes down in value.
That's it. If you're having to borrow money and it's depreciating in value faster than you can pay for it, that's usually not a good idea either. But again, I'm not, money coach Fran Halloran, he can probably help you with that for sure. But I don't like these reverse mortgages at all.
Well, you're about the second guru that's told me that.
Well, there's just a lot, and I'm not an expert on that type of loan either. So you might want to talk to somebody that is. I'd be careful about talking to some lenders. Obviously, they're going to want a loan. They want you to get the loan because there's money to be made in that. So, anyway, to answer your question, I don't like it. There are a lot of reasons I don't like it, and I don't even know that we got enough time on this show to go through all the reasons.
I think I'm going to stay away from it.
That'd be my advice. I'd just try to save up some money and
make a down payment, good down payment,
and go get it. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
If you do have to finance it, I wouldn't finance it more than a year, 18 months, or something like that. I'd want to get rid of that thing quick, that payment.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your time.
Well, thank you for calling. Hope you have a great weekend, Larry.
You too, sir.
Okay. All right. And love to talk to you if you've got any questions or anything I can help you with. The number in studio is 799-8255, 799-8255. And I'm going to continue going over some of these predictions. And we talked about this when Eric was on in the last segment, but they are expecting interest rates to go up to about 4.5%. And according to Erica, they're already about 4.1, around 4% or something like that now. So they're going to be going up some more. So again, for those buyers, if you've been thinking about buying and kind of sort of sitting on the fence waiting to see if the rates will keep going down some more, I think we've answered that question. These rates are going up, and they're going to continue to go up for at least a while for a lot of reasons, but they're going to go up. So now's the time. If you're thinking about buying, and I got to tell you, especially this time of year, typically is a really good time to get a good deal on a house. Why not now? I think it would be a great time. So if you're thinking about it, give me a call. Let's just sit down and talk about it. We may decide that this is not the best time for you for whatever reason, but I'd love to just sit down and talk to you. We can have some coffee or whatever and discuss maybe what your objectives and goals are and go ahead and set a plan to get there whenever that right time would be. And there's just a lot of things I think you'll find that we can do. We being the Palmetto Success Team, that we want to make sure the house you buy, we want you to have equity in the house when you buy it. That's key. In other words, in some cases, you're not paying the full price, and there are a lot of ways to achieve that goal. And if you're the seller, there's some things that we can do to help you with that too. A lot of things, and I wish we had time to go through it, but we don't, because I think this segment is about over. So, excuse me. Anyway, there's a lot of things we can do on both sides, whether you're buying a house or selling a house. But if you're thinking about buying, I'm just telling you, now is the time. We need to go ahead and let's get something in place. At least talk about what your plan and what the strategy is going to be. Because 2017, it's going to be another really good year for real estate. There's absolutely no question about that. So other things real quick. We got less than a minute. But in regards to the economy, here's three things Realtor.com is predicting. The GDP will grow by 2.1%. That would be really good if that happens. They're saying we're going to have a 2.5% increase in the consumer price index and a decline in unemployment to 4.7%. So those are three predictions they're making concerning the economy, all of which is good news and a good sign for real estate, especially if you're looking to sell or buy. Real estate's just going to be a really good thing at this point. The problem is a lot of first-time buyers may run into problems with these interest rates. We are out of time in this segment, so we'll be right back with some more success in real estate. You hold on.
Columbia's local talk radio experience. This is The Point. 95.9 FM and 1470 AM.
All right, good morning again. Welcome back to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin. Thank you for joining us this morning. Again, love to talk to you if you have any questions or comments. The number here is 799-8255, 799-8255. And I've got actually two featured properties I want to touch on real quick in this last segment. If anybody may be interested, and both of them are really nice houses, and this first one is over in the Villages at Lakeshore, it's in the northeast part of Columbia. But it's a very nice house. It's about 2,250 square feet, 5 really nice sized bedrooms, 5 bedrooms, and true bedrooms, 3 full bathrooms. Of course, you got a 2-car garage. And it's just really nice. But it's the 5 so a lot of room here, especially if you got a large family looking to upsize a little bit. I think the house is just very well laid out. There's already been a pre-home inspection, as we do on every property that we put on the market. So you can see exactly what issues the home inspector found. I can tell you there's nothing significant at all, but you're going to have some wear and tear stuff. And this house is, I think it's about 7 or 8 years old, maybe. So it's still in very good condition now, but on the market right now for $175,000. And I think you'll find in this area very good price for this size house. Very good price, $175,000. Love to show it to you if that's something you'd be interested in. And then this next property is over in Blythewood, and now this is a little bit larger home. This is a little over 3,200 feet. Does have 4 bedrooms, large bedrooms, and a very large finished room over the garage. And that's in addition. So you got the 4 bedrooms plus the room over the garage, and that room over the garage, it is huge. It's a very large space, so a lot of things you could do there. Actually has an office and with a formal living and dining room. It's got a family room with the fireplace in it, and really nice house here. And this one's on the market for $224,000. Again, out towards Blythewood. In fact, it's in the Beasley Creek Estates, and both of these houses are just really, really nice and around the same age. I think they're both around 6-7 years of age. So there's just not a whole lot of problems here. And both houses, again, they've already been inspected by a home inspector, and as we do with every property. And there's a lot of reasons we do that. One, buyer, we want you to know what you're actually getting or buying. Obviously, having a home inspection is not something the agent nor the seller is required to do. We are required to disclose any known defects, but this is just a step beyond. We actually go out and have it inspected and then furnish you with a copy of the inspection. So that way things are a lot easier. We know everything right up front. And the nice thing about both of these houses is there's just nothing of any significance on either one of these inspections. Like I said, a few little cosmetic things you're going to see with any house. Even if it's a brand new house, you're going to have stuff written up. So it's just I'm very proud of both of these properties, and I expect they're going to sell pretty quick. So if you'd like to look at them, give us a call, and you can always just go to my website. If you're riding around right now listening and you can't write this information down, go to my website, frankiegriffin.com. There you'll find my phone number, my email address, and I'll just tell you. In fact, I'll go ahead and give you my cell phone right now, as a matter of fact. My cell phone is 803-315-7303. Again, 315-7303. And if you're interested in looking at these houses or any house, we'd love to help you with that. If you're interested in selling your house, love to talk to you about what we do and how we do it and get you the best deal. So in the time we've got left, here's what I'd kind of like to touch on a little bit about the investing in real estate. Because I really, just for a lot of reasons, now's a really good time if you've been thinking about investing, buying a fixer-upper, and there's several ways to look at investing. Some people want to fix it up and then flip the house, try to make money that way, or just purchasing homes that you're going to hold on to it and rent it out, which is sort of what I have liked to do myself. But flipping, there can be some money in this. Now you got to know what you're doing. You need some help with this if this is something you've never done before, for sure. But here's some 3 or 4 pieces of advice or suggestions I would throw out there to you. And again, this is if you're thinking about flipping the house, fixing it up, and then selling it for a profit. Obviously, and we've heard this many times, first thing to consider is location, location, location. And that's always going to be a big deal there. And when we talk about location, you want to talk about what's the proximity to good schools. And now, first of all, are the schools in the area that you're looking, are they good schools? Because I'm going to tell you, that's going to have a lot to do with the resale of this property. What about restaurants, shopping centers, things of that nature? Is the inventory high or low? Because what you want to find is a low inventory area where you don't have a lot of other houses currently on the market that's going to try to beat you down in price. So that's the first thing when it comes to location. Now, some other things I would also consider, which kind of goes along with the location, a true sign of whether the area you're looking in is up and coming. In other words, prices are going up, values are going up. Population is going up, which is all a positive if you're looking at flipping and selling houses. One sign you can look for is, what are commercial developers doing? And if you don't see any kind of commercial development going on around this area, not saying you don't want to consider it, but I'm going to tell you, these commercial developers, they kind of stay on top of this right here. They do a lot of analysis. They do a lot of studies to find out where are people moving to, where's the growth taking place. Even in a lot of cases, they're looking for areas that are revitalizing, meaning they are updating, upgrading, totally remodeling. These are signs that would be a good situation for an investor. That's what you're looking for right there. So follow that commercial investor. Now, the other thing I would suggest to you, if you're going to be remodeling not just to flip, but in any case, I think you need to kind of keep up with what the design trends are. And, one of the biggest mistakes I think a lot of us do, but especially investors, we tend to lay the property out and do things to the house based on just the cost, solely cost. What's the cheapest, best way to do this? When that may not be the best way to go economically, because if the design is not there, if it's not what buyers are looking for, then you're going to have a hard time flipping that property. So be careful with this. Now, I've got a list of some things that what buyers today are kind of looking for. And obviously one is the open floor plans, open layouts, neutral color schemes. Every now and then you'll see houses got some really bold colors in there, and sometimes they look pretty good. Sometimes it's a little bit too much for some buyers. But we're also looking for first floor or bottom floor master suites. That's a very popular request by buyers. If it's a two-story house, they don't mind bedrooms being upstairs, but they really want that master downstairs, if at all possible. We're also seeing a big decline of dining room. The formal dining rooms. Most buyers are not all that interested in the formal dining rooms. They want white kitchens, extra large garages, big closets. If there is a finished basement, that's very nice. But the last thing here, buyers really are intrigued with these barn sliding doors. If you've seen those, those are really nice. And I know we've got less than a minute to go, so I'm not going to have time to cover some of the stuff I wanted to cover. But anyway, I hope some of this stuff was very helpful to you. Love to hear from you. You can certainly call me. My cell phone number again is 803-315-7303. Again, 315-7303. Let us come talk to you. Let's build a plan, put a plan together that would meet what your objectives are for the near or long-term future. And again, if you couldn't capture that information, just go to my website, www.frankiegriffin.com. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. You've been listening to Success in Real Estate on the Point.